Hey, my name is Austin Black, and I want to talk to you about this little camera, the RX100 Mark V, for casual photography. I want to look at this camera opposed to getting something like a DSLR, maybe a Canon Rebel, or a Canon 70D, or a Canon 80D. Maybe you're going on a trip, maybe you're taking pictures of family, of kids, and you want some professional looking photos, but it seems like the DSLR is like the professional path to go down to get professional photos. Well, I want to tell you that that's not necessarily the case. You can get some great images with this point and shoot camera, and although it comes at a rather high cost at $1,000, I think it's something that should be considered over getting a DSLR. So Kristen and I decided to take the RX100 Mark V out to Six Flags to take some photos, and right off the bat we're shooting right into the sun. The dynamic range is holding up and it looks pretty sharp. And also right off the bat we're seeing why the RX100 Mark V is so versatile. We're able to get it in the park, in the teacups, and we're able to get these photos. I want to talk about just how easy it is to just use this camera, and the first real thing I would do is put it in aperture priority mode. And what this does is it just keeps it on a fixed aperture like f1.8, and then it'll just adjust the shutter, adjust the ISO if you have it in auto ISO, and you can just kind of focus on capturing moments. You don't have to focus on settings all the time. It'll do its best. It does a pretty decent job. You're losing out on a little bit of creativity there, but I mean, if you're on a trip, you're just focusing on capturing moments and enjoying yourself, really. In aperture priority mode, however, as the sun starts to go down, you have to be a little bit mindful as it prioritizes adjusting the shutter, and you can end up with some motion blur that you don't necessarily want. It's also got a flip out screen, which is great for selfies, great for vlogging. This is a really popular camera for vlogging. It's just another layer that makes it easy to use. So another thing I want to mention about this camera and what makes it good for casual photography is the autofocus. I've used a lot of Sony cameras, some Canon cameras too, and this thing autofocuses really fast. It's competitive with the A6500. I think it's better than the A7S. And you couple that with the just ease of use, the image quality, the flip out screen. This thing is just a great camera, and it's so small, so discreet, you can take it anywhere. This is kind of an expensive camera though. I mentioned it's $1,000. I really think it's well worth it though, and if you're just kind of looking to do casual things, I would probably consider getting something like this over a Canon 70D, honestly. It's not too shabby in low light. I can get decent results up to 3200 ISO. I mean, that's pushing it a little bit in most situations. It may not be the king of low light, but you can still take those obligatory feet hanging off a high place pictures like a champ. It's just a pretty nice camera. I really like it. So anyways, that's it. My name is Austin Black. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.